Come on. Hi everyone. I just got finished a little more than a half hour ago making some no-bake peanut butter oat bars. Hi Erlene. And Erlene has already made some, so she knows what they're like. And I didn't have a big enough, real big pan to put them in, so I just used what I had. Let me put you back a little bit. Hi, good to see you. I should have had a bigger pan, but I didn't feel like buying a bigger pan. So I just put them in here. It's going to be a little bit thicker, what it should be, but it looks very good. I've already taken a little bit off the corner, and they're really good. And it's just me eating them anyway, so I can make them as thick as I want or as thin as I want. And I'm going to post this video up on YouTube, and I will put the description in the recipe in the description box as to exactly how I made them. They don't take very long to make it all. Mix everything up in a bowl. And I used, hi, those coming in. This is my no-bake peanut butter oat bars. They are very, very good. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, everybody keeps telling me that. You know, I just can't see it very well, but everybody keeps telling me that, and I'm glad that you know that I am making progress. It does take time. I didn't put it on overnight, and I certainly can't get it off overnight, you know. And I'm glad that it is working. And anyway, these bars, I'm going to put this lid on here. These bars, and you can probably see it through the lid. The bars are no bake, like I said. Very simple to make. Everything's mixed into a bowl. And, oh, hi, Ruben. Good to see you. I made some, I can take the lid off and let you see it. Some no-bake peanut butter oat bars, which I will put up the recipe up on YouTube. Very, very simple to make, and I will tell you what the recipe is. But you can do it yourself. However, I'm going to, like I said, I'll put it up on YouTube, and then you'll be able to do it yourself. It takes 1 cup of natural peanut butter, and I had some Skippy, which is natural. It didn't have any honey or anything, so I used that. It's no stir. You need the natural peanut butter with no stir. A half a cup of honey. That is if your peanut butter doesn't have honey in it. 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. And the lady that did this recipe on YouTube, she used the coconut oil you had to put in the microwave. Well, I didn't use that. I have coconut oil that's already liquid, so I didn't have to put it in the microwave. Then you have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, you know, and I put just a little bit, and 3½ cups of old-fashioned oats. Now she calls for old-fashioned oats, but I don't think it really matters because I had quick oats, but you know, it's just for me, and you don't bake it anyway, so I don't think it really matters. And then a 1/3 cup dried cranberries or chocolate chips. Well, I bought me some dried cranberries today, so I can put those in there. So those have dried cranberries in there too. And it's optional, two tablespoons of flax seeds. But basically, that's all the recipe is. You just mix it all together and put it into a pan, a dish, or whatever you have. Put it in the refrigerator for a half hour. Let it set up, and then you have your dessert. And I'm going to post this. I'm going to make a new playlist on the YouTube for desserts because I don't have one. So I'll put this under desserts, and everybody will be able to find it that way. Oh yes, cranberries are delicious, and I wanted to get some dried fruit because they recommend dried fruit. So when I saw the dried cranberries, I thought I'm going to put those in there. So for those just coming in that want to see it, this is what they look like. I haven't cut them up yet. I just took a little bit off the corner to see how they taste, and they're really, really good. You can see cranberries throughout. And you took a 1/3 cup of that. But I measured everything out, you know, and it was simple to make. It didn't take very long at all. When I first started, I had too small a bowl, so I had to go get a bigger bowl. And so I ended up dirtying up 2 bowls, but that's okay. I've since washed them. But, you know, you mix everything in a bowl, and make sure you have no stir peanut butter. The natural peanut butter. I used Skippy, no stir. Oh, you will love it. You will love it. Like I said, I'm going to post this up on YouTube. And I will make a playlist called Desserts, which it is because it's not using a Vitamix or anything. And I will put the recipe right there in the description box so you can write it down for yourself and follow along. Not the smooth cheese. I did the sliceable cheese. I have tried the sliceable cheese. I did that yesterday. If you want to watch that video, go in and follow me. You'll find the periscope of that cheese, how it came out yesterday. The only thing is a little bland because I didn't put salt in it, but that's fine, you know. But other than that, I have not made the cheese sauce yet. I'm going to make macaroni and cheese tonight, and I'll probably do it then because I've got everything I need for it. I just didn't want to do everything all at once. But I wanted to come in here and show you these date bars, or show them, I call them date bars, oat bars, because they're so good. I've always wanted a dessert that's healthy for me, and I've never had anything like this before, and they taste so good. I mean, there's everything in it that I can have, you know, and not that, like I said, you don't bake it, you don't cook anything, you know, and I didn't have to put anything on the stove. I just stirred it up. The peanut butter was nice and creamy, and I didn't put it on the stove or anything. Just stir it, and then you stir the oats and the cranberries into it, and it makes a nice consistency. It's a little hard at first to get it consistent, but you just have to keep stirring and stirring and stirring to mix it all together. And then I put it in this pan, because I wasn't going to buy another pan. Usually it's supposed to be a 9-inch pan. This is 8 inches. I thought, well, that'll be good enough. And just put it in that pan, and because that's what I had my cheese in. I transferred it and put it in a smaller container, and then I washed this one for this. But I do these because I want to help everybody else to do the same thing I'm doing, because I'm having so much, oh man, I'm so much fun doing all this. It's so much fun doing this so much, and I'm so glad that I am, because it's helping me and it's helping you too. Because yeah, I have to cut it in smaller. You're right. Just cut it in smaller. It's actually, this will yield 16. But I would have to make them smaller to get me a lot more, because they're going to be thicker, you know, because I didn't have a 9x13 pan or 9x9. I was going to get a 9x13, and I thought, no, I really don't need to do that. You know, I'll just use what I got. And I just have to make them a little bit smaller for myself. I don't, you know, for myself, it won't matter much anyway. And I'm sure these will keep for a long time, you know. Just keep them in this container and keep the lid on them and everything. And they're very healthy. They're something that other people are going to want to eat too, if you've got a big family, you know. Oh, I'm great. I'm just doing great. Good to see you. And, oh, hi, Carrie. Good to see you. I'll take the lid off of this. I wanted to keep the flies out from getting into it. But this is my peanut butter oat bars. And they're no bake, which makes it very simple. I just mix them up in a bowl. After I mix it in a bowl, stir it in a bowl, then I put it into the refrigerator for a half hour. Well, I had it in there a little bit longer than a half hour because I was doing other things. Oh, yes, I do too. And I've never had these before. And I also put a 1/3 cup of dried cranberries in it. You can actually take any kind of dried fruit you want that's dried and put it in there. 1/3 cup. You know, they call for chocolate. They said 1/3 cup cranberries or chocolate chips. Well, I don't eat chocolate chips, so I thought, well, I'll buy me some dried cranberries. So I bought me a bag of dried cranberries and put some of those in there. And I know they're going to taste very good. I love cranberries anyway. But you could do anything like that. You know, you could put nuts in it or whatever you want. Anything that's dried, maybe banana chips or something. Dried banana chips will probably make them taste very good too. Anything that you want. You can get, you know, tweak it yourself and do it however you want. And that's what I did. I made everything the way they said to make it, except putting the chocolate chips in. I put the cranberries in instead, because they're good, they're healthy. You know, we know chocolate's not good for you, so that's why I didn't use chocolate. I don't recommend anybody using the chocolate. But they call for old-fashioned oats. And all I had was quick oats, but I don't really think it really matters because you're not baking them anyway, so I just used what I had. And I bought me more quick oats because I like them a little bit better anyway. So it really doesn't matter. Oats is oats, really, as far as I'm concerned. You know, they all look, one's probably a little bit bigger than the other, you know, but they'll work. I mean, you can see it's a nice consistency, and you can see where I tried to take it out of the corner. But it's a nice consistency, and it's nice and set up. I just let it sit for about a half hour or so. I'll just close it back up, and it's set up nice. And I'm glad I'm going to have a dessert to eat now. Yeah, they did. They did work out great. I'm so glad they did, Erlene, because I was afraid in this pan that they wouldn't come out too great, you know. Because this is the first time I'm doing this. And when you try something for the first time, it's a lot of trial and error. And you're afraid that they're not going to turn out. That's what I was afraid of, too. But they did. And I was so glad they did. Welcome to Periscope for the very first time. You know, oh, yeah, too fat. Well, if you don't like looking at me, then I suggest you leave this Periscope. And you're going to get blocked for that. And you're going to get reported for that. That was abuse. Somebody report that person because that's abusive. Isn't that awful? Some people, well, he's not worth my time. He's not worth, you person, he's not worth my time. You know, I don't need people like that in here. Oh, thank you. That person just, we have to pray for people like that. I don't know what gets in their minds. My goodness. If he'd have seen me before, he could have said something. But, hi, good to see you. Yeah, that's true. That's right. He doesn't know. He doesn't know me. And to come in here and say that somebody's fat, they expect somebody probably so skinny that the wind's going to blow them away. But to comment like that and say that a person's fat when they don't even know you, my goodness. And, some people just can't say kind things. They don't know how to. You don't have to have chicken to get the protein. You can get it in your fruits and vegetables. You need to get a lot. You can. I've been on this plant-based diet only a very short time, and when I first started weighing myself, I was hi Stacy. I'll take the lid off and I'll show you my bars that I made. I took a little bit off the corner, but there I put it in this pan because I wasn't going to get another pan. But they're no bake peanut butter oat bars. I'm going to put the recipe up on YouTube. And when I put dried cranberries in them too, and they are really good. And I took a little bit off the corner because I wanted to see what they taste like. And the fact that they're no bake, all I do is put it in here, mix everything in a bowl, put it in this pan, put it in the refrigerator for a half hour, and they set up. How'd I make them? Well, I've got the recipe here that I'll post up on YouTube. When I put this Periscope up on YouTube, I will post the recipe so you'll know exactly how I made them. Everything goes into a bowl. It's just simplified. You just put everything into a bowl, stir it up real good, and then you put it into this pan, and then you put it in the refrigerator for about a half hour. I've had them in there a little bit more than a half hour, but I want to make sure they were set up good, and they really are. And I'm so glad that I was able to do this. Hi, Alexis. I wanted to show you my, look at my bars. They're peanut butter oat bars. They are so good. I took some out of the corner already. And you want to make granola bars? Oh, well, granola bars would be good too. Well, I'm not as good as somebody else, but... Oh, you didn't get notified. Oh, I'm sorry, Alexis. It seems like you and Stacy are both having trouble. But I haven't been on here that long, so you didn't miss very much. Because I was just talking about, the recipe. I'm going to post it. I've got it right here, and I will post it up on YouTube along with this video in the description, so you can copy the recipe down and do it yourself. I did put dried cranberries in here. It called for dried cranberries or chocolate chips. Well, we don't eat chocolate chips, so I put dried cranberries in it. And you got the notification this time, Stacy? Yahoo! Yay! Finally. Oh yeah, you can add whatever you can add whatever you want, Alexis. Make it your own. You can tweak it to your own liking. Like I said, I will post the recipe the way I made it up on YouTube, and you can tweak it however you want. I'll just do it the way I did it, and everybody's gonna make it the same way. I don't have any carob. I have to get some of that carob powder, but. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And it was easy to make. I mean, just mix everything up in a bowl. You have to get the no-stir peanut butter, the natural kind. I had Skippy no-stir, because the stir kind won't work. And I put that, it's a cup of that, and put that in there, and all your other ingredients you put in there, and you mix them together with the exception of the oatmeal and the cranberries. They go last. Mix everything together, your salt, your honey, and the peanut butter. And then you mix in your oats. It takes 3.5 cups of oats. Now, it calls for full old-fashioned oats in the recipe. All I had was quick oats, but it doesn't really matter because they came out good anyway. I don't think it really matters what kind of oats you have. I just used what I had because I wasn't going to buy extra, So I did buy a little bit more quick oats because I thought it'd be out of what I was using, but unfortunately I still have plenty left. But that's okay. I can make these again, and I'll have plenty of oats to make it with. But I don't really think it matters which oats you really use because they're all pretty much the same. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I've only been on this about maybe 2.5, 3 months, something like that. When I first started, you're welcome. When I first started weighing myself, and I used to be 250, way back quite a while ago. When I started weighing myself, when I started after this plant-based diet, I was 223.5, and now I'm way lower than that. I'm down to almost 200 pounds. So, down. Yeah, just right at 200. So I'm getting there. When it's going to be a little less of me, and I'll be like a whole person again. I won't be like two people, Oh yes, it's been a struggle. It's been real hard. But, you know, since I started on it, I know people keep telling me it looks different. I know it's probably because it isn't as full. And that's because people telling me my face is thinned out, you know. Oh, yes, Jesus does help us. And, you know, I've had Stacy to help, and she gives her health nuggets. And Philip the Overcomer's done the same thing. And by God's grace, I was able to do it with them. Because I figured if Stacy could do it, and look how long she's been on it, I can do it, you know. And it just takes a lot of willpower to tell yourself, you know when I started. Yeah, that's everybody keeps telling me that I look good. And I can't perceive it. I can't see it, though. Everybody keeps telling me that I do. But I don't see the things that you see. You know, I know this in my waistline. I can tell that things are getting better because of my waistline. You're not been on here? Well, good to see you again. Yeah, I try to come on here as much as possible. Oh, thank you so much for saying that. It's, you know, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Because it takes a lot of willpower to walk away from the stuff. Oh, thank you for saying that. You know, I try to be enthusiastic. Oh, wow, you looked at my first one. You know, I haven't gone back and done that yet. I'm going to do that. And I bet you I can see the comparison, too. I'll just have to look at them compared to how they are now. That's the only way I'm going to be able to tell. Because when I look in the mirror, I can't see anything different. Isn't that funny, though? That's the way it is. You look in the mirror and you don't see yourself the way other people see you. That's really strange. But... but I'm glad that I speak different. Oh, well, I don't know about that. I don't know about speaking any different because I still the same person. You know, I may look different on the outside, but I'm still the same person on the inside. That's exactly. I'm still the same person. Always have been and always will be. You know. Oh, well, you know, I think that comes from my changing my diet. You know, I was eating all the wrong foods before. I was on a yo-yo diet. I go up and I go down. I go up and I go down. And and the things of it is, it takes a lot of time, a lot of willpower. And I didn't put it on overnight. And I'm sure not going to take it off overnight. You know, and I do eat bread, but I try to eat that sparingly. But I don't eat eggs. I don't drink milk. I don't eat cheese. When I eat cheese, I eat vegan cheese. Cheese that I make myself, which I made yesterday. Yes, it does take time. The thing of it is, you're right. You do not want to lose the weight too fast. Because if you lose it too fast, you put it back on again. Give me an award. And that's real simple. That's real easy to do. And I've done that yo-yo diet. I'll lose for a while, and then I gain. And then I lose, and then I gain. And I got tired of this. That I could not keep a happy medium. That I couldn't stay. You know, I couldn't keep losing. It had to go up, and then it had to go down. You know, I don't mind it going down or staying the same, but when it starts going back up, I have a little bit of problem with that, you know. But now if it goes up a little bit, it doesn't stay that way. It comes back down. It does take time. And I don't want to rush it. You know, I want to take time, but I want to be healthier than I have been because I need to be, because I've been so unhealthy my whole life. I take after my aunt, who has since passed away, God rest her soul, but she was on the heavy side, and I don't want to be like her. You know, she was heavy her whole life, and I couldn't have pictured her any other way, really. And her sister was a little skinnier than her. She's gone now too, but she wasn't on the heavy side. But I've taken after her like that. I felt I've got to do something about it. You know, I've got to lose this weight, got to get it off, because I hate being over 200 pounds. I don't feel right. And and it just was too much to carry around. But now that I'm getting to the point, it's a lot easier to get around. I can walk a lot better, you know, and I can go further, which is important too, you know. And I don't get tired. Yes, that's right, he did. And I don't get tired out as easily. My sleeping patterns are much better because I can go to sleep at night and not wake up unless my dogs have to go out. Then I have to let them out. But then I let them out and back in, and then I go right back to bed again, let them eat or drink or whatever they want to do and come back to bed themselves. And I just stay and sleep until the next morning, until it's time to get up. And then I'm thinking, oh my goodness, time to get up already. I want to stay in a little longer. You know, that's the way it works. But I've had a rough time fighting these sleeping patterns. I've had so much trouble trying to sleep at night. But I think now that I'm losing weight and I'm eating better, and I'm still cleaning my system out too, I'll have you know. I go about 2-3 times a day. I'm doing what you call my own special cleanse. I'm still going. And I've been going ever since I started on this. I just keep it up. And I don't know when it's going to stop. Maybe it won't for a while, because it takes a while to get all those toxins out of your body. And that's why I choose not to put those toxins back in. What am I using? I'm not really using anything. I'm not really using anything in my cleanse. It's just that my body's cleansing itself. It's just cleansing itself. I'm going about 3 times a day because it's getting all the toxins out of my body. It's because of what I'm putting in my body now. All the food that I'm putting in there now, the healthy food, the plant-based food, that's what's doing it. And I'm getting rid of all the other stuff that I had for a long time. Ate all the wrong foods, ate meats, not every day, but almost every day. Drank milk and ate chocolate and all these processed foods. And I am just so glad that I finally gave him up. I don't need that processed food. When I look in the store and see those processed foods, they make the packaging look appealing, so you'll buy it. And I will tell you, unfortunately, I was one of those that it appealed to me too much, and it's almost like they cried to me to take them home. Or they'd fall on the floor off the shelf and say, "Take me home, take me home." Well, I'd pick them up and I'd pick them up and I'd put them in my cart and bring them home. If they fall on the floor now, I put them back on the shelf. I don't take them home. They can holler at me all you want, take me home, take me home. But I'm not going to take them home. I don't need them, and I don't want them. There's so many things that we can't have, but there's so many better things that we can have. Your fruits and your vegetables and things like that we can have. And I had to give rid of a lot of things that I could not eat. Oh, no, I won't. Since I've started on this is a journey that I want to continue to stay on. That's why I got the Vitamix, so I can continue to be healthy, can make my own foods, I can share the recipes with you, and that you can do it too, because it takes a lot of time. And I was always one of these people that was very skeptical, whether it would actually work or not. Or I was one of these kind that, oh, you did, good. And you'll find that, boy, once you start using that thing, you're gonna use it just to clean it. That's what I do. I have fun using it, making my own food, just so because I can self-clean it. And that's the fun part of it. I made some almond milk this morning, so I make my own, almond milk and stuff like that. And anything. And like I said, I made the vegan cheese yesterday in the Vitamix. I'll make probably the other cheese sauce tonight in the Vitamix. But making your own foods, what's in them. You look at the stuff in the store, the processed foods in the store, you can't pronounce half the stuff that's in it. They have so many chemicals in it. I was looking at them today. Not yet. No, I haven't. I made sliceable cheese yesterday, and I periscoped it, so you could have to go back and look at my periscope from yesterday. It's sliceable. I have not made a cheese sauce yet. I'm going to do that later. But anyway, as I was getting back to what I was saying, I looked at the ingredients of some of those products in the store. Do you realize that they are so full of chemicals, and I don't know where those chemicals are. What they'll do to my body, I have no idea. And if I can't pronounce them, I'm certainly not going to put them in my body. I leave them alone. Two or three ingredients or so, less than 4 and 5 ingredients in the food is great. But when they get a long list like this, I'm standing there looking like this and reading them. I says, I don't have time for all this, And I'm looking for specific ingredients that I've heard about, but I never find them in there. But still, you don't want anything with corn syrup and stuff like that. If you can avoid that too. I try to avoid that stuff. Oh, and some people that may not be on here today that may have been on. Good evening, good afternoon, Sandra. Ready to make. Good, Arlene. Here's Sandra. Here is my no-bake peanut butter oat bars. It's just put everything into a bowl, mix it up, and then put it into the container. Now, I had this container already that had my cheese in it from yesterday. I just transferred the cheese to another smaller container, just sliced it up, and then I washed this and put them in here. And yes, I'm gonna make the cheese sauce later, and I will periscope it when I do. But as I plan on having some macaroni and cheese, I did buy macaroni today. Oh yes, I'm getting anxious to eat it too, because that's one of my my bad habits. I'm one of these persons. I love cheese. Oh, I'm just fine, thank you. I love cheese, and I didn't want to have to do without cheese. Well, now that I can make my own cheese, I don't have to do without it. And it's ingredients that I know what they are, They're not going to harm me. I don't have to contemplate what they are. I don't have to sit there and try to guess what they are, or I can't pronounce them. I'm in Oregon, but and I don't like that idea where I can't pronounce half the ingredients. I've done that before. I'll stand there and I'll try to pronounce them. I say, what the world is this? You know, and if you take time to look all of them up, probably, you know, research them out, you probably find out they're horrible. But you know, the manufacturers do that. They don't care. They put all those chemicals. It's all that stuff that goes into processing. They put all that stuff in there and make the packaging appealing, hoping in a way. Good afternoon, Demanuel. Here is my no bake peanut butter oat bars. Just put everything into a bowl, stir it up, and put it in a container. Actually, it's supposed to be a 9-inch pan. I didn't have one, so I used this and put it in the refrigerator for about a half hour or so and let it set up. Good to see you. Welcome. But anyway, I just got sick and tired of putting things into my body that didn't belong there. Those chemicals are horrible. And when I see those chemicals on those foods, I just put them back. I don't need them. I know what's in here. I know what's in everything I make. Yes, this is glass. This is glass. That definitely is glass. Yes, I drink out of stainless steel, and I put my food in glass. Yes, I do. I don't like putting anything. Well, although the cheese, I put it into a plastic container because it was already made up anyway, and I put it in a plastic container in the refrigerator, but it'll be gone in a short period of time anyway. But I bought this glass not too long ago, and I intend, this is, I'm not sure, I think they've got airtight lids on them, but anyway, I bought these at Walmart a while back. I've got a couple small ones like this, and then I got another one that's a little smaller than this, but they're good containers for small items. And my cheese sauce, when I make that tonight, getting close to supper time, I hope to scope that too. Like I said, cheese has always been my downfall, and I always loved cheese, but I could never, you can't eat the stuff that's got carrageenan in it, and the actual regular cheese, like the American cheese, as cheese slices, if people only knew what they had in them, they wouldn't eat it. The processing they go through, they put all these chemicals in there, and they really don't care as long as they can make the packaging appealing. That's why they do that. Make the packaging appealing. You'll buy it, and you won't pay attention to what is in there. I think that's what they're hoping for. That people like me won't turn the packaging over and look at it and see what's in there. But we have to. If you don't do that, I suggest you start doing that. Yes, hormones, you're right. You've got to start getting the packaging and looking at it before you put it in your grocery cart. Make sure you can read everything that's on there. You know what the chemicals are. Don't put them in your body if you can't pronounce them. And anything with a long list like it, I don't even buy it. I don't need this. It's got too many ingredients in it. And I mentioned yesterday about the vanilla abstract. In case you don't know it, the vanilla abstract has got alcohol in it, or extract, extract has alcohol in it. So I went on Amazon and got me some non-alcoholic organic vanilla because okay, take care, Earlene. Talk to you later. And I bought the organic non-alcoholic vanilla, and it's a little different than your regular vanilla, but it's better for me because it doesn't have alcohol in it. About every one of those extracts you see up there, the lemon extract, vanilla, almond extract, because I even checked the almond extract, it's got alcohol in it too. Even the organic's got alcohol in it, called organic alcohol. I says, organic alcohol? What the heck is organic alcohol? I mean, good grief. It doesn't matter if it's organic or not. It's still not good for you. So if you have any vanilla extract in your cupboards that have alcohol in them, throw it out. Now, you can use a vanilla bean. That's fine. I've got an organic vanilla bean that I purchased, and which is expensive, and you can use that. But try to get the non-alcoholic if you can. And it took me a little time to find it, but Amazon has it, and I bought it. But you have to be very, very careful what you put in your body. You've got to make sure that you read the ingredients very, very carefully. We have to, because there's just so many chemicals in our bodies that or in foods that we should not be putting in our body. It doesn't matter if it's drinking alcohol. It's what you drink. They wouldn't put rubbing alcohol in that. It would be the drinking alcohol. You shouldn't be drinking alcohol either. It's strong. That's what always makes it so strong is the alcohol. You don't need it. I wondered why it tasted so strong, and now I know. But you don't need it. Get yourself some non-alcoholic And I will show you what mine looks like. This is what I got off of, if you want to take a screenshot of it, this is what I got off of Amazon. And it's organic, non-alcoholic. Like I said, it has a little different flavor to it, but it doesn't have the alcohol in it, and it's not going to harm me. Because anything with alcohol, you don't want to eat it. You don't, nothing. You know, you got to be careful of those extracts. So and I order a lot of things off of Amazon that are better for me, like this agar. I ordered some more of that. This is 100%. It's all vegetable. It's not going to harm me, and it sets my cheese up just fine. It's expensive, however, but it's very good. And I ordered some more. You just have to pay. If you want to be healthy, you have to pay for it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm you know, it doesn't, you're actually, in essence, when you think about it, health is wealth. You know, it may cost you a lot for organic foods, but in the end, they are better off for you. If you can get organic as much as possible. Now, I can't eat everything, but I try as much as possible. And I'll try. I'm going to keep that up because it's better for us. Hi, April. Good to see you. Here are my peanut butter oat bars. No baked peanut butter oat bars, which are very, very good. And I'm getting anxious to eat them. I haven't had much of a lunch, and I think these will probably be my lunch. But anyway, I wanted to come on here for a few minutes and talk to you about you know, my journey, and to show you that what I've made. And I hope to come on later with for the macaroni and cheese. I'm going to get that made probably in a couple hours. I'll be doing that. So be waiting for that. I'll make it, and then I will come on and let you see it. So in the meantime, I'm going to go, and I hope that you all have a great day wherever you might be. The rest of your day is a blessed one. Take care. God bless, and bye-bye.